Japan and France have recently called out China for what they describe as dangerous behavior in the South China Sea and in areas that are covered by the West Philippine Sea. Specifically, recently, China Coast Guard ships, they say, maneuvered dangerously close to two Philippine Coast Guard vessels that was in Ayungin Shoal in the West Philippine Sea. China has spoken and said the behavior was professional and restricted, but now there are more than 50 ships based on the air patrol conducted by the AFP along the West Philippine Sea. That's Iroquois Reef and Sabina Shoal. First is, what are the implications of Chinese vessels congregating in our waters?
Well, Iroquois Shoal is very near the oil, the gas in Reed Bank, because Iroquois Shoal is part of it's at the edge of Reed Bank. Now, Reed Bank is our next gas field, because the Malampaya Gas Field is running out of gas, and we have to develop Reed Bank. Otherwise, we will suffer 12 to 14 hours of daily brownout in Luzon. So the Chinese are expecting us to send our survey ship anytime now to Reed Bank to survey and drill. And at the same time, we will have joint patrols with the Americans to protect our survey ships. And to prevent that, the Chinese are now congregating within Recto Bank. And Reed or Recto Bank, that's Iroquois Shoal is at the end, at the southern edge of Reed Bank. So this is preparatory to our expected drilling in Reed Bank. And in Sabina Shoal is very close to Ayungin Shoal. So the Chinese are pressuring us to abandon Ayungin Shoal, and that's part of the pressure. They're congregating in Sabina Shoal. Sabina Shoal is very near Palawan already.
So I think we need to describe it to the viewers. What the AFP saw was Chinese fishing vessels, but they weren't fishing. So that's the interesting part. There were no fishing activities noticed. And around the vessels, the fishing vessels, were 3 Chinese Coast Guard ships and 2 People's Liberation Army Navy vessels. How would you describe this kind of behavior? I mean, the Philippines has had to endure years and years of Chinese incursions, Chinese incidents within the West Philippine Sea, but this seems to be more strategic, premeditated, intentional.
Well, that presence is very disturbing. First of all, if they don't fish, so first of all, they cannot fish in our exclusive economic zone, because Sabina Shoal is part of our exclusive economic zone. Even Reed Bank is part of our exclusive economic zone. They cannot fish there. They can only pass by. They can only sail, but without fishing. So the fact that they are loitering there means that their intention is different. Their intention really is to intimidate us into developing Reed Bank, intimidate us to get us out of Ayungin Shoal. But Ayungin Shoal is part of our EEZ, part of our exclusive economic zone. So this is part of the pressure of China to force us out of our own exclusive economic zone. This is in complete violation of international law, in violation of the arbitral award. And this is totally unfriendly acts. I would call them even aggressive acts. They are unlawful acts being undertaken by China.
All right. Now, you have other countries already, and even Italy right now is thinking of sending their ship, right, to exercise freedom of navigation within these waters. But China isn't. The UNCLOS decision doesn't make a difference to China. I think that's the best way to put it, right? Justice Carpio, they don't recognize it. So what should the Philippines do at this point?
Well, China does not recognize it, but more and more countries are recognizing it. You have the latest is India. So as long as the world will continue supporting us, more and more countries are supporting us. In the long run, China will not be able to seize the West Philippine Sea from us if the world is supporting us. That's the important thing. China it has its plan. It wants to seize this West Philippine Sea from the Philippines. As long as the world will support us, and the U.S. and its allies will keep on sailing the West Philippine Sea, China cannot accomplish its intention. So that is what we should be doing. We should be gathering support from the world community, and that will stop China from completing its seizure of the West Philippine Sea. As long as China cannot seize the West Philippine Sea because the world opposes it, then we don't lose our EEZ yet, no? So we have to keep on getting the support of the world community here, because this is a battle for the opinion of the world, for the world to support us. As long as the world does not recognize China's claim, then the world will support our claim, then China's intention will be frustrated.